Coach, what does it say about your program that now this is your sixth, seventh straight NCAA tournament? I mean, how hard is that to do?
Well, it's our seventh straight tournament. There's not a lot of programs that have been able to do this consecutively. It means that we're able to build and that we're a program. We're just not a team. So each year we come in, we insert new players into the system, and they do a really good job. And they understand what it means to go to the postseason. So I believe we're one of the better programs in the country, and you can tell that because we've gone to several postseasons in a row.
How much do you stress that this is a fresh start for you guys?
Well, I know everybody wants to stress that, but you have to learn from the regular season. The nice thing about the postseason is everybody starts with a clean slate from the standpoint of the seedings don't matter as much when you're in a regional. You're not playing a lot of games. So in that regard, it's nice because you do have a fresh start. With that said, I think playing such a tough schedule was actually good for us. So if we can learn from everything that happened during the season and hopefully be better prepared for the postseason, I think we'll do a nice job.
Are you worried at all, though, about the mindset considering the losses that like you said, you played a very tough schedule, but when you're losing those games, do you have to worry about the mindset, or do you think their mindset is strong enough that they understand that?
Well, we're really fortunate because John Kropp, the man who the stadium's named after, he used to say to me when I first got here that worrying is just praying for something bad to happen. So that's kind of our mindset all the time. So we really don't worry about it. We understand that we've fallen short for a lot of reasons, and hopefully we've tightened them up. We've had about 6 great days of practice, and we haven't had that since January. So I think the fact that we've just been able to focus on those things and the individual techniques that are required, so we end up coming through in the end. So I think we're going to be okay.
You're 1 year removed from breaking through to the World Series. Does that confidence from last year maybe carry over into this postseason?
I think the experience does. I think when you're the team that has more experience, when you walk on the field, you're not as nervous. You understand what to expect. You understand what pregame's about. You understand media. You understand all those things. So that certainly gives us an advantage. And I think the other thing that you understand is that when you are in the postseason, it doesn't matter what you did in the previous season. You have to play well this weekend. So I think having that mindset is what's been able to carry us, and we've had that mindset for 7 years now.
You said you had 6 great days of practice. What did you like about the practices?
I like the intensity about the practices. I like the passion. The other thing that was, from a tactical standpoint, the defense was a lot better. It was a lot cleaner. We were making diving catches. We were attacking balls that we used to sit back on. And I think the postseason is about pitching and defense, and then hopefully you luck out and get those timely hits. So I think the fact that our defense was so clean is what that I like the most about the last week of practice.
What about leaders on this team, and how have they helped, and what are you expecting from them going into the postseason?
Well, we're really fortunate because we have a lot of leaders. We're great in the classroom, and we have a lot of experienced players. I think the main thing that I want them to be able to do is to understand they have to just go out and they have to play quick and they have to play light and they have to make sure that they're focused one pitch at a time. I think sometimes when you're younger, when you're inexperienced, you understand that and you let the situation around you take over. But I'm hoping that the leaders are able to keep everybody focused on the moment and then be able to put it together one pitch at a time so that at the end of the day we end up on the winning end of things.
I'll ask you the same thing I asked Coach. Do you all look at this as a fresh start?
Yes, definitely. We've had a good week of practice since the SEC tournament, and we're just ready to go out and play again.
What's it say about this program that now you're playing, and every year you've been here, you've been to an NCAA tournament?
I think it says a lot. We play a tough schedule every year, and it's just good to be able to get back in there, no matter if we're hosting or not. Just the fact that we get to have a chance to play in it, see what we can do.
What does it say about the consistency of this team that you all always manage to get there?
I think it says a lot about the program that Coach Lawson's built and the type of coach that she is, that she's able to take whatever team that she has and coach them into the postseason.
Obviously, I mean, you played a really tough schedule in a really tough league. Down the stretch, you didn't win the games like you wanted to. Is it hard to get over that mindset and concentrate on, we are playing really tough teams and we were really close?
Honestly, we're just trying to take the positives out of it and just kind of move on from the past and move forward and look at what's ahead, and that's the next pitch in the next game that we play.
Well, why do you think you guys have had good practices leading up to this?
We just had more time to focus on the things that we need to focus on. It gets kind of hard during the grind of the season. You play every other day. So it's just been good to be able to slow down and focus a little bit.
And what can you take from your experience, your postseason experience, especially last year, that you think will help you this year?
I think we learned in the postseason last year that it's about just going out there and playing and not thinking too much. So I think we're going to try to have that same mindset during regionals this weekend. Just take it one pitch at a time.
Is it any different for you that you are traveling on the road this year as opposed to like last year being at home?
I mean, it's a little different, but we like traveling. I kind of like personally going somewhere else because we have like a set schedule, no distractions. So I'm looking forward to that.
Is it more of kind of a bonding us against the world when you go on the road too?
Yeah, because we're on a bus for a long time and people start singing. I don't know.
What are there a couple of keys that you guys have got to do well to be able to advance in the tournament?
I think we just have to focus on what we need to do and not get caught up in everything else.
What do you need to do, you think?
Just compete. That's the one word I would say. Just compete, not worry about anything else. Just go out there and play to win.
Anything else? Thanks, guys.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it. Thanks, Griff.